do what they do to buy your business. I have sold a business in Sarasota, Florida, through a Big 8 at that time accounting firm in Como, Italy. That's why it's worth paying 30% premium for the big firms. Because when it's time to exit, they can put it on their worldwide network, and some jerk in Como wanted to move to Sarasota. Should be the other way. Sarasota should have wanted to move to Como. Como is one of the beautiful places of the world on the planet. And because I had a Big 8 accounting firm pre-Big 4, we were able to sell it in just a few days. And that's why the big firms, they have international contacts, and they're well worth paying the premium. Next, go through your accountants and lawyers. They were all contact. I just told you that. A good accountant can put your deal. I said that, okay. Plan early. It takes about 1 year from putting a business on the market to achieving a sale. Step 6, sell your business, take it public or franchise it. What's your business worth, Bill? Wrong answer, what the owner thinks he should get for it. Second wrong answer, the amount of money the owner needs in order to retire. The right answer, what the current market is willing to pay down to and including nothing. I've had people pay me. I'd be gentle with you, Bill. You know, I probably only want 5 or 6 million to take the business off your hands. But I mean, I've been paid millions to take businesses off their hands in the past. What is your business worth? More specific, 3 to 10 times current annual post profits, depending on the industry, the business, and many other factors. Remember timing to operate. You operate in a cyclical economy and market. Try to sell into an upwave. Sellers and Warren Buffett says, and I agree, sellers and their representatives invariably present financial projections having more entertainment value than educational value. 7, start, buy a business, build it, puff it, sell it, blah-blah. Repeat the process and you will make tens or even hundreds of millions. There's no other legal way in which does not rely on luck. Start up, cash out, repeat. Any serious buyer will undertake their own evaluation. They will not believe your figures. This is a summary of it. Summary: to create wealth in the tens or hundreds of millions, start and buy a business, build it, sell it, float it, franchise it. For you young kids, you can do it several times, and that's where I want to see you. That's my vision. When I dream about my mentees, that's what I dream of. At the trough, sucking down $500 bills through their nostrils, not with cocaine, okay? And that is the program. And I want you to be selfish. I want you to be selfish. And that money, not just to you, Bill, to all the board, all the dream team, the employees from the chairman down to the guy that sweeps the floor. I know this will be difficult for you, you know, the idea of sharing. And we have been doing this, and this model has been working since the 1840s or 50s, back to Andrew Carnegie, as I told you, Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, and all these dynasties that have been built up, and more recently, Gates, Elon, Jobs, Ellison, and it's not much different. It's not much different, other than it happens quicker now because of the internet. And the internet is not the only way to make all this money. There are still plenty of bricks and mortar models that work. And with the change in the, due to the Trump era, the Trump bump, or whatever you call it, all the indices are at world record heights, and interest rates are staying low, even if they have 2 more increases at the Federal Reserve level. And what America does, when it gets a cold, everybody else sneezes. So we'll roll over into the rest of the world. And it doesn't matter if the EU collapses. I mean, we'll just recover. But we're in an era of chaos. And we emotionally, legally, ethically can take advantage of the opportunity and make a lot of money. And then you can go save the world. And then YouTubers, then you can go, if you believe in global warming, go save it. If you believe in all that stuff, go save it. But you got to make the money first. just as, Buffett and Gates are doing now, and they're just naming two, and Mr. Zuckerberg as well. But they made the money. They've made the money. Any questions? Come on, Walter.
No, me taking half of that.
Oh, no, that's not food, Walter. That's not food. That's money. That's money. But, come to think of it, that's kind of like what Walter looks at the buffet. Yeah. Lawrence, don't laugh. Yeah, you're not that far behind him. Yeah, and but I mean, and you'll have, as Sally would say, and she sat in a good part of the seminar, which she doesn't normally do anymore, but I mean, you have a lot of fun. I mean, making money, a lot of money is fun, as Sally, my Yorkshire wife, would say. It's fun. It just, and I've been poor and I've been rich. And the old saying, there's no fucking comparison. There just isn't. Yeah. And you can do a lot of neat things. Sally and I support the nuns and all the kids and stuff like that. And that's fun, and trying to buy my way to heaven, just in case there is one, as a lot of the other rich guys are doing. But I mean, you got to make the money first. And then you can do magic things. When you have a lot of wealth, guys, and not being facetious or blowing smoke up my backside, I mean, you can do magic. You can do magical things. And you can never say you don't know how. Now, you may not decide to do it all, but even if you do parts of it, which I'm not recommending, and I will beat you up in your weekly reports if I see you only trying to do parts of it, you'll be, it's just like the Dutch lawyer I talked about who's increased his revenue. He still practices law because that's what he wants to do. And these guys and gals have increased their lifestyle, and it's good for the economy. You spend more money, you create more jobs, and it's called the trickle-down effect. Heretofore, and I'm exaggerating, you've been down at the bottom of the trickle, but now you're going to be up, at least up here in the trickle down, and you're going to create a lot of good stuff for a lot of people. And for the next 12 months, we will monitor. To say that I will monitor you closely is an understatement of biblical proportions, because I will be on you like stink on shit about performing and staying accountable. Now, for those of you that have employees, this will not work anywhere near as well unless you make them accountable, because ultimately your accountability is a derivative of their accountability. And if they don't feel the tension, the Toyota way, the constant firm tension of being accountable, then it's going to be harder for you to perform. It's not impossible, but then you're leaving a lapse that you don't have to. You don't have to. And you shouldn't, and that's not the way the system. I mean, for those of you that remember, again, I keep mentioning it because Amazon is the talk of the day, one of the greatest companies of all time, never made any money, never paid a dividend, arguably the 1, 2, or 3 largest market capitalized company in the history of the world, and they apply tremendous pressure on their employees, constant tension, in the manner of the Toyota way, which the old man Toyota said keep them under constant pressure to perform. No different than an athlete. You get as good as the guys you train with. You certainly don't, you're not going to break any world's records training with misfits. That's why I used to thank Mickey Gorman, world-class runner who used to work out with. I was her charity case for some reason. She liked running with me. But I ran with her on her slow days. I was her rest day running partner, whereas fast guys were her speed days. Now, you know what I'm talking about. But I hadn't thought about walking the curves and running the straightaways in a long, long time. We have a ex-athlete here. Well, I guess you're a current athlete, right? triathlon, all that bullshit. Now just look at him. Doesn't he look like Adonis? Swing the camera around. Swing. Doesn't he look like an Adonis there? An old one, old wrinkled up, aged one. But anyway, in theory, you got to go back to muscle memory from those days when they were beating you to run around the track. There's no appointments today. The winter drinks. What's it say? 8? EJ? Winter drinks? Okay, cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, or as they say in Liverpool, hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. By the way, my deal in Chester is booked up. We're trying to get some extra seats. So keep registering, and I'll make an announcement on social media if we do get them. The event in Liverpool is not booked up. Are they called Liverpoolians? Or what do you call it? What? Scouses. The Scouses have gone to sleep. So what we probably will do, I know it's, 40 minutes from Chester to Liverpool? Okay, well, some of the Chester people may overflow. We're not forcing you. May want to go over to join with the Scouses. You may not want to. I can appreciate it if you wouldn't want to, but you may go over there. I'm having dinner with the Vice Chancellor of the university. We'll see where we go. The maybe Starbucks. Does Starbucks serve dinner now?
No.
No? No. You'd know that, wouldn't you? Now, why do you know that, Walter? Fuck. Anyway, but it's free, and I'm going to be speaking, I'm not sure where other places, hopefully in the UK the rest of the year. And I'll be speaking again at the University of Toronto, and in Toronto in September. And we've got a couple other potential, I think at Georgetown and George Mason universities in the Washington, D.C. area. Don't call me, Bill. Okay, and when I'm traveling around, just so you understand, when I'm traveling around the world and I'm seeing people, I'm trying to see new people. I'm not trying to see existing crying mentees that you didn't tell me it was going to be this hard. If I have openings, then and you want to see me when I'm in these cities, and if I do have openings in between the new kids that I haven't met before, then I will see you. But most of the time, I'm pretty fully booked. And I'll be in the colonies in America in late July, and I will be in New York City the first few days of August. September, October, July, August. Yeah, excuse me. And so I'm looking forward to that. And I have showbiz meetings. Showbiz is my life. If any of you assholes are looking, I didn't mean to call you assholes. Excuse me. I hold you in high regard, all you showbiz people. Okay. Maybe that's why I don't get a gig, You think, Sarge? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Bam, bam. 2 in the head, 1 in the chest. Okay, no questions? Okay, guys, thank you.